This is the Negro Ninja, and today I'm going to talk about what happened when I wore my unapologetically straight T-shirt at Barnes and Noble. Okay, now today was already weird. Okay, YouTube was disrespecting me, heavily. Okay, because first of all, they recommended a gay channel. It's a suspect nigga with dreads that just popped up in my recommendations. Okay, I was like, what the hell? Okay. And I don't want to say what the fuck he was talking about. I ain't appreciate that shit. There was a lot of little gay shit. Then they had a gay T-shirt. Okay, tell what a dude. What a caption was saying that a dude. He said he may not be gay, but $20 is $20. I was like, you know what? It's a conspiracy going on. They highly disrespectful. So I said, fuck it. You know what? I'm finna wear my unapologetically straight shirt today. Went straight to Barnes and Nobles. Now, the last time I was at Barnes and Nobles, I was just doing the typical stuff, just reading a book and reading chicks' asses. A book and an ass, just alternating pages. Okay, I'm gonna read this page, read the ass, page ass. Okay, and everything was cool, Chicks doing the typical thing. It's a very flirty environment. It's always like that wherever I go. Okay, and one of the cashiers was up there, and she was somewhat participating in it, but she ain't my type. She was one of them big fat white hoes. Okay, but she was nice though, so I wasn't really acting nasty towards her then. So if she was doing that little flirty stuff, trying to get in my way, I'd just be like, okay, yeah, okay. So she was cool the last time I was up there. However, there was a problem today because of the T-shirts. Okay. So I got in Barnes and Nobles. I sit down, and there's a black lady in front of me. She had dreadlocks, and she was tall, and she was chubby. A lot of dudes were hit. She's something that you can entertain her or whatever. But what would make me not do nothing to her would be the dreadlocks, despite the fact that she got a skeetable booty. Okay. And once again, she was acting kind of weird or whatever. She has two underage daughters that I was kind of sort of looking at first. That's because I saw them before I saw her. Okay. And I think I did see her until I realized she had dreads, and it put me off. I'm like, oh, them dreads. I thought it was braids. It's very clean looking, but dreads is dreads. Okay. And then that's when I decided, let me just hold back a little bit, and you got to watch them dread heads. Then she black too. Okay. Then I just take off my jacket or whatever. And as soon as I took it off, she caught it. Like I say, dreads are very predatory, dread heads. So she caught it immediately. It didn't take doing like this and then to see, what does this shirt say? She saw it. As soon as the jacket came off, I'm like, okay. And she was kind of sitting like this, to where she can kind of watch me a little bit, but she was to the side or whatever. I'm like, yeah, she knows it. Then I go up there to the barista. Okay. And she was acting normal until she saw the shirt. My body language was like this or whatever. Yeah, I want this, but she saw it. And I can just feel a change in her energy. I can tell that made her uncomfortable, but she's trying to hide it, kind of like a cringe. Like somebody doing something to your shins, but you trying not to show it, but somebody that's looking closer can see that you're grinding your teeth a little bit. Okay. And I said, let me get this, what I usually get. All right. And there was a rainbow zombie up there. Okay. Now, to be fair, I didn't necessarily confirm he was a rainbow zombie until today. I was just thinking, he kind of suspect. He seemed cool, though. I was just wondering about him. Okay. And apparently he's a rainbow zombie. Okay. He's a white dude. So she immediately, oh, yeah, do that for him. But he was up there making the orders anyway. But I felt as if she could have done that herself. I think she just passed it off to him. I think she was just being a bitch because she saw, my heterosexuality on my chest. Okay. Now they want to laugh at Kevin Hart. Say it with your chest. No, man. No, that's too much. You can't be saying all that, man. Your chest need to learn some restraint. Your chest need to learn some tact. You see how they try to do you. Okay. And you already know what time it is. Y'all know I be catching this little bullshit. Okay. I be catching this little bullshit because that's how hoes operate. I'm like, this already deep right there. She was acting cool the last time she saw. I'm like, you know what I'm about. You see me looking at every bitch's ass. This woman look at me so much that she could write a journal. She know everything I'm doing up there, like every narcissist does. Okay, so I'm like, why are you acting surprised that I'm wearing this shirt? Okay, I just didn't think you would have the guts to do it. Put your forehead by my penis and see what else I have the guts to do. See what happened. Okay, you don't know who you're dealing with. You should know this. All right. So anyway, I go and sit back down. I see the black lady over there with the dreads. And once again, she wasn't an ugly black chick, but she had dreads. Okay, and like I said, I was kind of checking her out until I realized she had dreads. And I'm like, yeah, I can kind of feel something's weird about her. I can't tell if she like it or not, but I'm just trying to believe she don't like it that much. But her daughters most definitely noticed because they was looking at me like this. Like they just thought it was like. But I'm like, okay, but these are your daughters. How do I know how you gonna feel? Okay, and I'm just doing what I do, and I had to snap myself out of checking her out though, because I just sat there for eye candy anyway. She wasn't a bad looking lady. She was tall, so the chubbiness, that you know how it is when a chick is tall and chubby. Okay, and then the ass, it was very entertainable. You would nut on her booty, I promise you. Okay, but she got dreads, so I'm just kind of backing back a little bit. And then I just noticed, I just found myself kind of doing a typical flirting game because she kind of set me up to do it. And I just look at a part on her, she kind of do like this. Okay, but she didn't really seem to mind because she didn't move or nothing. But all it takes is one little thing to piss me off. And I was like, you know what? If you want to act like that, then fuck you. Okay, but she still stayed where she could be seen, but I just wasn't really engaging her like that. And she did it to herself. Okay, and I'm like, yeah, I figured you gotta watch dreadheads. All right. And I was trying not to look at her daughters. Okay, that was a little nice little underage black girls. Okay, so I'm just gonna ignore them a little bit, at least for the most part. I did kind of slip up and check out the little slim, thick booty. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I had to snap myself back into motion. This bitch mama's got dreads. Okay, I ain't not her though. I should have said, you get what I'm saying. I'm just talking shit. I don't mean nothing by it. Okay, you know how I say about women. I'm just talking shit. But that was cool though. All right. And then, everything is going smooth as usual. Chicks coming by, I'm just checking them out. They'll walk right here and they'll stop. Basically giving me a show because I'm that nigga. Okay. So I decide, let me go and get some water real quick. I go up there and say, hey, can I get some water? And it's the same girl, the same white bitch. Okay. And she's like, you want ice? I'm like, no, let me just get the water. Okay. And she hands me the water. Okay. And she sits it down like, you know how you have your hand out. Okay. And I got my hand out. She does like this. And she don't take her hand off of it. Like she wanted to do it like she would have done it. But I can tell she being a bitch because she mad that the Holy Spirit is talking through my t-shirt and through my actions as a Negro. Okay. So I was about to just flat out call her out right then and there, but I was like, I don't want to sound rude. So I just kind of, let me just go ahead and just go over here real quick. Well, I know that bitch didn't just put this on the counter while I have my hand up. So I said, you know what? I'm finna go back up there. I said, let me get some ice. Okay. Ice. Okay, now I have my hand out again, and she just basically does like this. I said, so why didn't you hand it to me? And then, the rainbow zombie up there talking about something. Well, we're supposed to, basically trying to defend her. I said, nah. I said, because I said, what, like, why would you not hand it to me when my hand is out? I don't see you do that to nobody else. And I was about to flat out call her out. I'm like, you mad because I got on this shirt? But I was like, you don't get too messy. She know what time it is. Because narcissists hate confrontation. Like, people love drama, but they hate confrontation. That's something I noticed about people. Okay. And all she really had to do was just own up to it. Okay. But people that are not righteous cannot own up to things because let's look at this proverb. I think this is in Proverbs. Hold up. All right, let's look it up. So it's Proverbs 28:1, King James. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion. Okay. And once again, that was a bold move that I made, but I was not pursuing. Okay. I was not chasing nobody. I just simply called attention to a problem. Okay, and what did she do? She fleed. Motherfucker fleed with it. I wasn't even talking to his rainbow zombie ass. And like I say, the nigga's usually cool. Okay, but you know that there's no such thing as a cool rainbow zombie. Okay, but for the most part, he didn't give me no problems. All he had to do was just shut the fuck up. And that's how I know that this is some iniquity shit right here. All he had to do was just let her take that ass whooping. And it technically wasn't an ass whooping. You just let her defend herself. She the one that did it. Because if I was to get somebody in trouble, I could have easily got both of them in trouble. But I just decided not to say that because I'm like, whatever. I come up here, I ain't even trying to have no drama. Okay. They some idiots. And I just keep it going. Okay. I'm not really stressing nothing. I just confronted her though. Because you know I'm that dude. You know, I'm not the one to play with. Okay. She said, yeah, you know, we're supposed to do that. I said, nah. You know, just when I didn't argue with her, I just basically said, I'm not buying nothing you say. I said, I say you give it up to other people. The only time I see her, you know, now she would hand it on the counter for some people, but for the most part, she does that when they're doing something like this. You know, while they're getting the card or something, if they take it too long to grab it or something. Okay, because I remember the last time I was up there, I think that she handed me something. The last time I got something ordered from her or whatever. All right. So, if I remember, the Rainbow Zombie handed me the drink after he got done making it in a second. Okay. And she was trying to test me to see if I was going to be uncomfortable. I'm like, y'all know I'd be up here. Y'all seen me before. I'm not no homophobe. I don't got issues with nobody as long as you ain't trying to come at me with that gay shit. Then that's when we got a problem. All right, but she got mad. Okay, and then she sarcastically says, sorry. All she had to do was just say, oh, I got you, man. My bad. Okay. Sorry. I said, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's how I said it, too. Because she was low-key pissing me off. But I wasn't mad. I was like, that's a big deal. She was just furious. And they go over there whispering. Okay, I'm telling you, it's this little shit that you got to really think about. This between me and bitch. Okay, he get involved. So that tells me she's gay right there. I can tell she was gay as soon as she saw this. Okay. As soon as she saw that. Okay, because why would that make you uncomfortable? I suspect the black girl is low-key gay. Okay. So anyway, a huge commotion came because they behind the counter. Right after that, I hear her make a call. MOD to line 4, MOD to line 4. I'm like, I already know what y'all doing. I know the narcissist tango all too well. I know how you niggas dance. You niggas are clumsy. Okay. Tangoing with each other. You just an enabling motherfucker. Just let a motherfucker do this while they just standing there. Okay, that's how the narcissist tango. And her manager's gay. Okay, he's a suspect nigga. So she walks the fuck off. I'm like, she really that mad? Because I said, that bitch, you just mad because you got caught. Let me look that up real quick. I think it's a thing because they say never confront a narcissist. Hold on, let me look that up. Now, once again, I didn't think she was a narcissist until, this incident happened. But let me look this up. All right, I just did a quick Google search, and I already knew this. I should have known this lady was going to pop up, but she got some good info on narcs. It feels like a revelation. It feels like the moment you get the one thing nobody ever gets in a relationship with a narcissist, that's just justice, says the clinical psychologist, Dr. Ramani. I don't know how to say her last name. Unfortunately, a narcissist isn't just waiting for you to get their number in order to then change their behavior. Not only is it not going to change anything, it's probably going to make things worse, she says. They're going to look at you and they're going to turn it around and they're going to say, really? Okay, because I would say you're the narcissist, and then they'll go on a 20-minute tirade about how you're the narcissist instead, and then they'll gaslight you and try to manipulate you. And that's essentially what was happening right there, except this bitch is at work. So she can't necessarily just get back and forth. Like, some of them people will try you like that, though. But she want to keep, her image. Okay, if it was just me and her alone, she probably would have just put up more of an argument as well. That was still an argument, by the way. Okay, because I was thinking about calling corporate on her dumb ass, but I was like, you know what, it ain't that serious. But she's really just doing that to her manager. Let me get somebody that's going to enable me, and let me tell him my side of the story. The Rainbow Zombie already enabling her. Okay. And then she just basically walks off, and I was like, y'all better be happy. Okay. Because that right there, if you had like some real management, you should have got fired for that, in my opinion, or at least wrote up. And then she disappears for a minute. Okay, maybe she had lunch, but that still wasn't a good note to leave on. So that made her look even worse. It made her look like a bitch that just couldn't take correction. Okay. And then after that, I hear somebody else say, somebody make a call on this line. I'm like, so that's what they doing. Okay, I'm just hearing a lot of stuff going on. Now, once again, despite the fact that I had this shirt on, you know, nothing really was going on too much. The only thing weird I noticed was there was this white chick walking around. She was doable, probably about a low six, about a good six, you know. She was petite or whatever. She had on no bra, and she had on a rainbow zombie overall thing. Okay, and I felt that was just to test me. And I was like, no, I'm finna look at this bitch's titties that's sticking out. I see her nipples. Fuck that. I rebuked that rainbow zombie rainbow in the name of Jesus. But I'm finna look at them titties. And she was basically playing with me too and all this type of stuff. So I'm like, whatever. Other than that, nothing weird happened until after this, after she said, manager on duty to line 4. Then I started seeing the manager a lot. He was going back and forth. I'm like, I ain't said nigga all day. Now he just everywhere, all over the store. I see him everywhere now. Then that's when all this weird stuff started happening. And I started texting people. I'm like, there's some weird shit happening. And that's when all the gang stalking started. Okay, now once again, it didn't seem like me walking in there with the shirts caused it. It seemed like me pissing her off, the customer pissing off somebody for saying that the person that did the customer wrong is wrong. Somebody right about this, and it pretty much just shows you how much narcissism is in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, and I'm in Sandy Springs. I was at the perimeter Barnes and Noble. And I was taking pictures too. Okay, it was a lot of shit that happened. I couldn't just take every last picture. All right, let's see the first picture I took. Okay. Hold on. You know, damn, this bitch got a fat pussy. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see it. And I seen this lady before. I think I seen her outside of Barnes & Noble, maybe even while I was at the park stretching before. You know, but a few moments after that, you know, or minutes after that, that's when this happened. And she just gets in front of me. And she's usually flirty, you know, but now she's pointing her feet towards me. And that's how I know they're trying to do some shit. You know, so I just take that picture and she doing that. She going on out the way. Then I see her husband. Okay, and this is her husband. Once again, he's pointing his heels towards me. He got his back turned towards me. Okay, now prior to that, there was also a black dude over there who was wearing the same colors as this dude I just showed. So they both wearing yellow. And I said, so yellow's the color, huh? I just said it out loud. I didn't say it to nobody in particular, but I just know they heard me. Okay, just let them know I know y'all full of shit. Okay, so, you know, the dude that was mimicking his colors was black, and he eventually get up and leave because I started to say, do y'all know each other? Okay, I'm like, no, ain't nobody caring about y'all damn colors. Fuck y'all. Okay. And then it just get weirder. Okay. And then after he left, somebody else came over there in a plaid shirt. And you see how he was standing with his back turned. They both started turning their back. Except, I think what happened before that was they both were just standing over there like some androids doing like this with their back turned, facing each other like this. That was both, I swear, let me see if I can get some more room. That was doing like this. And they was literally in line with each other, but they weren't facing me that time. It was, I think that happened after that, the way he was facing me with his heels pointed towards me. And he was just acting like this. And then when he was looking at me, I said, what? Okay. And that's, I'm just doing that to a lot of people. A few people that was looking at me. I'm like, what y'all looking at? Okay. So, it was just weird up there. Okay. And then, you know, they send a rainbow zombie in there that's overly feminine. Okay. Like he looked like a girl type feminine, like all bony and stuff. And they was trying to trick me into looking at him. I was like, I bet you $5 that's a dude. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, y'all think y'all slick. And that's how I know the harassment was targeted solely at me in this damn shirt. Because I know when that bitch made that complaint, well, he over here saying that I'm not doing this thing. He's just over here watching girls. Because like I said, I can tell her conversation just based off of how the gang stalking started. And I know she was responsible through her supervisor who is gay. He gay as shit. And I knew not to confront her. I knew not to pull him to the side and say, this bitch is being a bitch. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to let it run its course. Okay, because I know how y'all operate. Okay, they're not going to get away with it. This is, I can always get them back in different ways like I'm doing here. But anyway, it was a lot of stuff happening. And then, rainbow zombies coming. Let me see. I took a picture. Basically trying to sit in my line of vision and stuff like this. Like where you saw that lady pointing her feet at me. That's usually where all the women would hang out at and let me watch them or let me look at them and stuff. So the rainbow zombies was coming over there instead. Okay, then this dude over here, he come over there and he in a red. And that's when I noticed a few people in a red shirt walking around. Prior to that, I see this old black lady wearing a red t-shirt. And I just basically stood up and she just looked at me with her eyes watering. I'm like, this bitch can't even hide her emotions. I'm like, I already know you one of them niggas. Okay. And I even took a picture of her dumb ass. Like she was lingering for a minute to the point where I was able to get a picture. Okay. And you can kind of see her staring at me like this. I'm trying to zoom in. So this is me taking a picture over my shoulder. And there's this black bitch in the red. Let me see if I can zoom in. I can't zoom in, but she looking like this. But see if I can kind of show it up close. But it might not show it that well. But you see how suspicious this woman is. And she was just over there just walking back and forth. I'm like, whatever y'all doing is not going to work. You can try all the witchcraft you want to. I'm a man of God. Okay, let's read the scripture. All right. Let's see. All right, so this is Mark. Let's see which Mark this is. 16. And this is Mark 16, 18. They shall take up serpents. And if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. All right. So there's nothing they can do. They can ignore you and all this type of stuff. They can, because when you really think about witchcraft, they can do witchcraft and get you fired because your supervisor's a devil. All they're doing is controlling people that they got on the street. They can't do shit to you. They can use people to ignore you. That's about it. They can't do shit to me. Because guess what? And that's why you niggas is mad right here. Okay. That's why you niggas is mad right here. All right. So, it's just a waste of their energy. The more you ignore me, the more I expose to the world of how y'all fuck with people with your iniquity. Okay, there was a lot of shit going on though. Okay, and then there was gang stalking while I was talking to young chicks. Okay, I'm sitting up there and it's a whole bunch of little young girls come up there and I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I'm sitting up here, it was like 4 bad young chicks. Okay, and then I see this white dude, putting up books. I don't know if he really worked for them or not. Okay, and I just basically turned around and see him standing behind me because he see me. The trick is they think that they're going to distract you with pussy, like some pussy. I'm like, look, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm handsome. I don't give a fuck if an officer was right there. I'm going to look at this chick's ass. Then I just see this dude standing behind me and I turn around and say, nobody's that stupid. And he know I'm on to him. Okay, but that didn't stop him from trying to line up with me over there. These niggas was stupid. And this right here is that skilled patrol suite. Okay, and they try to get you by osmosis. But I'm a man of God. Okay, Jesus is my shepherd. I am not a lost sheep. I'm over there with all the other, godly people. And that's what they fail to understand. All right. And then there was a situation that happened with the young girls. I need to tell y'all about that, though. That was over there, basically doing that little flirting stuff. And I'm just checking her out. She's just like, I swear, we was over there for like 30 minutes. I'm like, damn, this bitch ain't going to say nothing. Now, no, I ain't going to call her a bitch, though. She cool, though. I'm just talking shit. Okay. But there was some hot young chicks, though. But, maybe that's a story for the next video or whatever. But since this is 30 minutes, I think I said all my points. But the main takeaway is, it really just seems like all that stuff is happening because somebody sent it to you. Just like with the YouTube, they was trying with that gay shit earlier. Trying to recommend gay channels. Trying to recommend a gay t-shirt that was opposite of what my t-shirt say. Okay, then they had the nerve. Once again, the t-shirt basically was a dude saying that he was straight, but $20 is $20. You see how they try to do you? Like it's specifically targeted at me. Such a bitch. Okay. Like they basically said, fuck your straightness. That's what they just said right there. Okay. Okay, then while the young girls was over there or whatever, there was a dude that I saw earlier. Some little dusty white nigga was over there while I was sitting over there. Cause they were trying to do that little triangle formation. And then when I leave, I see him over there while I'm reading the manga. And you got the two white girls over here, and then he's standing in the middle of us. I'm like, I already know what y'all trying to do. All right. But that's all I got to say for this rant. And, you know, over there trying to eavesdrop. And this has been the Negro Ninja bringing you your Negro message for today, Negro out.